So I am back, and today we are going to talk about episodes 19 and 20 of Doubutsu Sentai Zyuohger. Well, my fine people, I can firmly say I am disappointed. You'll learn the specifics why later. So, the episode starts off with a recap of the last one. They fought Zyuoh the World kicked their asses, blah blah blah. And we start the episode proper. The cube guy, the cube general, I think it's Azold, I think that's his name. He sends down a monster, which is bowling pin theme. He causes some havoc in town. While he's doing this, the Rangers are deciding on whether or not they should try and free Zyuoh the World, because he's human. Yamato says, let's do it, and the others say, well, he kind of kicked your ass, and if it wasn't for the fact that his human side or whatever glitched out, he probably would have killed you, so he's dangerous. And as I said earlier, while all this is happening, the monster is attacking the town. They finally get, the magic tail presence of evil thing, and they all run off to fight him. They fight for a little bit with, once again, pretty good choreography, and then Master Genius sends down the world, and once again, he pretty much kicks the Ranger's ass, except for Yamato, who isn't even trying to fight him, and the whole time is instead talking to him to try and break the evil curse or whatever. It's not a curse, but they explain it in episode 20 a little bit more, but basically Master Genius brainwashes Zyuoh the World and says, I believe in you, I'm on your side and everything, and he uses the continue coins to somehow warp his mind. I really like this show, guys, I really do, but sometimes you can't just hand wave this away. We don't even know what these coins are. They say, when Narya ever resurrects a monster, they're like, this is infused with Master Genius's cells, put it to good use. But you still don't explain what those are, or why would those help you brainwash him? I don't understand. And so they fight, and Yamato loses so badly he actually gets knocked out. The group brings him back to their house, his home, his uncle's home, whatever it is, and they kind of have a talk amongst themselves. Once Yamato wakes up, they tell him, well, you believe that Zyuoh the World is good, so we're kind of with you on that. We'll back you up. Oh, and Uncle Mario still doesn't know that they are the Zyuohgers. When Leo tries to basically tell Uncle Mario what happened, they stop him, and it's just kind of crazy at this point that he doesn't know, especially since he's even been kidnapped by monsters at this point. So, once they meet Zyuoh the World again, the bowling pin monster is attacking a construction site. He tries to knock over people. The Zyuohgers save them just in time, and they fight. And then Zyuoh the World is actually held back by Azold, the cube general, because he's kind of pissed at Zyuoh the World since this is supposedly his turn at the game. So the monster is almost defeated, is grown giant by Narya, and then only during the Megazord, or the Mecha fight, or whatever, does Zyuoh the World actually get brought in. During this fight, which is pretty much one-sided, for some reason, I don't know, the Zyuohgers come to this fight expecting that they're gonna win, and it's like, every time you guys fight this guy, he kicks your asses, and that's pretty much what happens until their bear axe turns into a golden panda. And even the Rangers are like, wait, why did he turn into a panda? And Leo's like, oh, that must just be something he does when he's feeling angry or something like that. So with the power of golden axe bear, because it's panda but it's gold, not white and black. But anyway, Yamato takes the initiative and walks across, or flies across the axe, and goes into the Megazord of Zyuoh the Wild, forces him out, They have a little bit of a fight. Zyuoh, the world, kicks his ass once again. And then he basically starts yelling, unmorphed, I believe in you. You're human. Break the curse, break the spell. You don't want to fight us. And then the other Zyuohgers are like, yeah, exactly what he said. And then, surprisingly, this works. He somehow expels all the continue coins out of his body and punches the hell out of Narya, who has been trying to get him to stay evil. And then they beat Narya. She retreats, and they exchange names, and that's it. So, the villain I was really excited about, Zyuoh the World, Abare Killer type, or even a Rio from Geki Ranger type. Nope, he's just a normal dude, and he's on the side of good. That literally took 2 episodes. I love Zyuohger, guys, I really do, but that was so disappointing. And the second episode really is Zyuoh the World. He says, I'm not worthy of having these powers. When I was younger, people picked on me because I was weak and feeble. And when Master Genius said he could make me stronger and he believed in me, even though from every other episode it seems like torture, in this episode they try to play it off. In episode 20 here, they try to play it off as if he somehow feels he accepted. I don't know. And he keeps having these delusions of the 3 Zhumen within him, saying they're going to put a curse on him, or that they have, because he, took their spirits and their powers unwillingly, or something like that. And so this whole episode, when they try to give him clothing, because just like in episode 18, he didn't have a shirt. He's like, I don't deserve this shirt. And then they try to feed him, and he's like, I don't deserve these rice balls. And then they try and, say, go get some rest. And he's like, do I deserve rest? And Leo and pretty much everyone else gets pissed off at him for this before he reveals the tragic backstory about how he was weak and feeble and didn't really have any friends or anybody to call him, give him cute little nicknames. And that is really this episode, except for the stuff with the action commanders. Genius sends both Q-Ball, or Cabal, or whatever his name is. The generals have really weird names in this, and Jag caused terror to lure out Zyuoh the Wild. Of course that doesn't work. The other rangers just go fight the monsters, while Yamato tries to basically say to Zyuoh the Wild, nut up. Both of my powers, Zyuoh Eagle and Zyuoh Gorilla, were given to me by Zhumans. And then Zyuoh the World is just, but they didn't give them to me willingly, I took them. And it's just all they really seem like they're trying to do Tokyo Rokugo thing, the 6th Ranger from Tokyuger. But the biggest problem is, later in the episode, we realize that the animals, the Zhumens inside of him, are just delusions. They're just his mind. And even they say this later on. So, once Zyuoh the World doesn't give himself up, Jagged and Q-Ball, or however you say his name, capture the other Zhumans and basically taunt Yamato and say, either give him up or we'll torture and kill your friends. Of course, Yamato just comes up there like the badass he is and decides to fight both of them 2-on-1, while unknowing to him, Zyuoh the World watches and has this debate with these delusions that I talked about earlier. He decides, okay, well, I'm going to fight to redeem myself for all the bad stuff I've done. They fight both generals in a pretty cool scene. They free their friends. And lo and behold, the bowling ball monster, who wasn't killed in the last episode thanks to Zyuoh the World, steps in. They defeat him together with the power of teamwork. He grows giant and they kill him. And at the end, Zyuoh the World says, if you guys ever need me, call and I'll come. And Yamato's like, Do you want to have lunch later? And then he's all happy because he finally has friends. That was the whole point of the backstory. And at the end of the episode, we see him making plushies of Sella, Tusk, and Leo. Oh, and Aimu. This was my total schizobrain here. But I forgot to mention that he saw these. The group revealed their Jew-Man forms to him, and he kind of freaked out because he has 3 Jew-Man delusions in his head. So at the end of this episode, we see him making plushies, and I have to be honest, I want those plushies. How do I get those plushies? I really want those plushies. No, but they were really cute and nice, and I'm seeing interesting things in Zyuoh the Wild, but I kind of have a feeling that next episode, he'll be complete friends with them, and even his whole thing, I have to atone for my sins that I committed as Zyuoh Wild, is going to be dropped. So, I'm sorry if this one was a little more rambly. It is the 4th of July, it's very hot, and I wanted to get these out to you guys. But overall, I enjoyed 20 a lot more than I enjoyed 19, because the thing is, we lost Zyuoh the World as a villain, and I feel that he had a lot of potential as a villain. So, for him just to be turned good so easily, I mean, even in Gao Ranger and Wild Force, they had to break Merrick and I can't remember his Sentai counterpart's name, from the curse. With this, they didn't even have to do that. They just had to talk to him. It was so anticlimactic. Anyway, guys, thank you for listening to my rambles for another episode, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye-bye.